I don't know if you're anything like me, but I always want to be trying something new, like learning French, learning... Okay, now that I'm filming, I can't think of anything. Maybe boxing. I want to learn how to box. Anyway, you get it. I want to be learning something new all the time, but I always run into the situation where I start something new, and then after a little bit, I either give up or totally fail, and then never touch it again. So, because I've been thinking a lot about this, I think I can offer a little bit of advice on how to keep going and actually maintain some of these skills or hobbies or sports or whatever it is you're trying to learn in the future. This video is going to be broken up into 4 parts, with each part symbolizing a stage on the continuous cycle of trying something new and then failing. That made it sound super formal and serious. It's not. It's really just a video about me hanging records up on my wall and starting before you think you're ready. Do you know that moment of total desire when you see something you want for the first time and it traps you, transfixes you, and makes you believe that nothing else in the world matters? Well, for me, that moment was the first time my friend Ben showed me his record player. I've always loved music, but I've only ever listened to it on CDs, MP3s, and DVDs. Phones. Got a little caught up in the rhyming there. There's something so special about listening to music in such an analog way. Like you can physically see the sound waves spinning around and around. I went home that day determined to get a record player of my own. There was no way I was gonna miss out on something that cool. But I didn't know the first thing when it came to record players or vinyls. So I hit the pavement. And by pavement, I mean the internet. I watched YouTube tutorials, scanned through Reddit posts, looked on eBay and Amazon, and got distracted by about a million other things.
What?
I've also decided I want to hang a couple records on my wall. This wall. Ever since putting these mini photos up, I've had this giant unsymmetrical gap on my wall, and if you know anything about me, you know I like my things to be symmetrical. Now with my research done and dusted, it was time to buy a record player. Well, it was time to buy a record player until I realized a good one was gonna be about $300. And to make things worse, I also needed to buy speakers to go with it, which was gonna be about another $300. And after all of that, I would still need to buy the actual records. My dreams of owning an extensive record collection were slipping away from me. No part of me could justify spending upwards of $600 to fulfill a split-second desire. So I gave up. If I couldn't have it all, I couldn't have anything.
I didn't get the end, I'm sorry.
I shoved my vinyl-shaped dreams to the back of my mind and tried to forget that feeling I first felt when Ben showed me his record player. This pattern of desire, exploration, and then despair often plays on loop in my life. Most times when I discover something new, like a hobby or a sport, I dive into it head first, until I hit something solid. Like it's too expensive, too hard to learn, too time-consuming, whatever. And that's it. It's over. But sometimes I break the cycle. It was in a Matt D'Avella video that I first heard the phrase, "Start before you think you're ready." I think that's the key to breaking this cycle of trying something new and then failing. As humans, we like to have everything perfectly planned before we even take the first step. But like everything, you can never plan for every little detail. At some point, you just have to start. So I did just that. Instead of getting a record player and a full sound system now, I just bought 2 records that I could hang on my wall, and then I could get the other stuff later when I had the money. By buying the physical records, I actually forced myself to begin working towards my ultimate goal. In a weird way, buying them was kind of like making a down payment on my future record player, because on their own, the records don't do anything other than hang on my wall and look pretty. And by pretty, I mean pretty scary. All of this is to say the idea of start before you think you're ready applies to anything. It doesn't just have to be about hanging records up on your wall. So if you want to start reading more, or you want to run a marathon, the best time to start is right now, even if it's just 1 page or 1 mile. And who knows, maybe I'll never end up buying a record player, but at least I can say I started something. What do we think? What do we think of the new setup? It's kind of nice. I can stand up, I can move around. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know it was a bit of a weird one. You know, I say this every time. I know it was a bit of a weird video, but it honestly was. I just really wanted to make a video about hanging records up on my wall. And then I kind of went deeper from there as I always do. Also, thank you very much to everyone who watched my last video on Formula 1. It got such a great response, and I'm sorry to anyone that was expecting another Formula 1 video. I'm not going to turn into an F1 channel, but I might make some more video essay style videos in the future. If you like my work on YouTube, be sure to check out my photos on Instagram up there at TommyDeWitt_. Also, if you do enjoy my videos, I'd really appreciate it if you could consider subscribing. It really helps me out, and as well leaving a like on the video. Anyways, that's it. I have to finish editing this video you're watching right now, but I'll see you in 2 weeks.
Wait.
He is his girlfriend.
This is so cute.